Hello everyone, welcome back to Placement Buddies. Let me welcome you all to another episode of TNP Talks. I must say today is the first time when I am feeling nervous to host an episode of TNP Talks because today we have among us a very special guest, the Shashi Tharoor of Placement Cell of NIT Agartala, Mr. Shubhro Shalil Bhattacharya. Hi Shubhro, how are you?
Saleh, thank you for the invite. I'm doing fine. Tell me, how are you?
I am good too, and welcome to Placement Buddies.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So Shubhro, can you please introduce yourself in front of our viewers?
Yes. I'm pretty much excited to be here at the first place. Hello everyone. This is Shubhro. Currently, I represent as the Training and Placement Coordinator at NIT Agartala. I'm a computer science graduate from NIT Agartala itself, and I'm looking forward to getting onboarded and associating myself with a product-based firm this July itself. So that's pretty much about me. That is contextual right now.
Okay. So Shubhro, from where did you get that motivation to join Training and Placement Cell? First you represented your department as an internship coordinator and then continued your legacy as a Training and Placement Coordinator. So from where did you get the motivation to join the Placement Cell?
Yes. So Saleh, I'll let you know about my thought process back then. I for sure wasn't a well-informed sophomore back in times, but I've been associating with different kinds of roles from various domains throughout my college life, and even before. Obviously, they were not time hungry as this role is. So back then, the idea for the next was to eventually involve myself in a role that requires more and more commitment, and essentially that pertains to professionalism.
Right.
So the whole and soul aim was to indulge in something which is related to academics. So in that way, PlaceCom was the one-stop destination.
Right.
And in addition to that, I had all other rationals which are pretty much common for every other contest, starting from believing in myself that I could add some value, had the courage to come up and cater for the needs of the batch, and so on.
And so guys, I must say, as Shubhro has introduced himself in a very nice way, I must say this is going to be a professional English course for those who wants to improve their vocabulary, because Shubhro is someone who is very good in communication skills. So जो लोग अपने communication skills पे काम करना चाहते हो, you must see this video till the end. So that is what I recommend, having Shubhro on my channel today. So how has life changed after coming to the placement cell? Who is Shubhro Shalil before entering the placement cell, and who is Shubhro Shalil after entering?
Yes, I must say that I'm more of a transform personality now. I see a lot of changes, lot of improvement when I compare myself to the Shubhro back then in third year, trying and striving to make something out of myself. So as a placecomer, you get to interact with the brightest of minds from every branch, and we work in a team, so we get to interact in between ourselves, learn from each other, and that improves you a lot. And apart from that, there are a plethora of things you learn, you learn how to manage time, because it requires a lot of commitment. You need to channelize your energy in both your preparation and also looking for the placement stuff,
Right.
controlling end-to-end processes, administering things, whether everything is going well or not. So in all through the process, you basically develop high endurance, patience, and maturity to solve problems, and you also learn to counsel students. People have issues with a lot of things, so you empathize basically with them. And apart from that, obviously you learn about corporate relations, how to foster them in long term.
Right.
A lot about business ethics. You learn about email etiquettes, and there are a lot of these things. So eventually it increases your ability of decision making, improves you as a personality, your interpersonal skills, so there are like so many things you understand, so many things like starting from formalities to documentations and a lot other things. So I could just say that like yeah, like it has improved me like so much.
Right. So Shubhro, having said that, what do you feel is the best thing and the worst thing at the same time of entering into the placement cell as a TNP?
Yes, so like the best thing being that the learning curve is huge. Like if you look at yourself only, like as an example, like you look at yourself like 1 year back, and today you're just a co-creator of Placement Buddies, interviewing me in a session. So you can understand like it's a steep learning curve, and in a short time, like we have learned a lot. And the worst thing being that yeah, it sometimes turns out to be very very hectic. You compromise on your personal commitments, and like things can get really tough if you're not a good manager. But at the end, this adversity, you know, brings out the better of you. You figure out your mistakes, learn from them, and then, you know, put into picture all your resolutions, and then you come out better, to be honest.
So Shubhro, how did you manage yourself? Like as you are the placement coordinator of a branch like computer science, which is eligible in almost in every IT companies. Okay, so you have to handle drives every other day. Then you are an IT aspirant yourself. Like you were preparing for IT companies, and eventually you got placed in Nokia Networks. Then obviously you had to look for your academic stuffs as well. You have to sometimes need to give time to your family and friends. So for you, what is the purpose? Like what is the thing with the time management? How did you manage your time, and how did you make yourself efficient in like everything in which you were there during the placement session?
So the idea is to like divide my time into things. I figured out whether like what requires actually how much time of my routine. So I basically like build up habits. Like for example, the office time I used to go for placement. You know, like answer emails, pitch for my college, connect to recruiters, and stuff like that. So I divided my time in that way. And when the office time used to finish, I used to take a nap to, you know, recharge me up, and then I used to go for my studies and like my own personal issues and stuff like that. So like there are a lot of like improvements here, what I said, but like the whole idea is like this, like is to divide the time and then probably understand like which part requires how much of your time.
Okay. So Shubhro, how difficult it is for you being a CSE coordinator? Like जितने भी companies हमारे campus में आते हैं, almost सारे companies में CSE eligible होता है. So do you think it's an excess pressure for you, or do you think it's a blessing since आपकी students हर company में eligible हो रहे हैं drive में बैठने के लिए?
I would choose for the positive side, obviously, but then like as you have said, like there are a lot of companies where CSE is eligible. So yeah, like we do feel the rush. Like at times there are so many companies that go for CSE all at once. So handling that is sometimes becomes quite tougher for us. But then we get to learn a lot, and we also understand like the issues of the students. So yes, I would go for the positives.
Right.
It's a blessing for me.
So how do you manage in these particular conditions, like when things get clashed, you know, lot of companies coming and lot of companies lined up? So how do you manage that particular phase?
Oh, generally it is like we maintain our own diaries so that we can keep track of like everything that is lined up for us. And more than that, like for a TNP, teamwork is a thing. Like we rely on teamwork a lot. So with coordination, every problem can be solved, or it becomes a cakewalk. So sometimes like we do depend upon our peer coordinators so that we can get some help and you know, ensure smooth processing of the drive. So that is the whole and soul game. Ultimately it's a teamwork, and then we get the job done by teamwork and coordination.
Exactly. So junior coordinators, like the juniors who are aspiring to be coordinators, guys, you must take a note. Like teamwork is the key, and you must keep track of your work, whatever you are doing, and the drives which you are handling simultaneously, you must keep a track of your work. So that is a very good thing, Shubhro. Shubhro, you had been the internship coordinator for the placement cell of NIT Agartala beforehand. So how do you think being an internship coordinator helped you managing the responsibilities of a TNP coordinator eventually? Or do you think the guys who are newly included in the placement cell, for them it's a bit disadvantageous of not being the IC, or what is your perception about this thing?
I would say that being an IC obviously gives you an edge because you are exposed to the modalities of placement and how and what things goes wrong and stuff like that as an IC. So obviously you get a plus point. But then, the people who are included in the TNP cell just fresh, they can just hit their limits a little more and then probably understand and bridge the gap that was left for them, and then eventually things become easier for them. But as an IC, you get to see, you get to be there in physical drives, you understand a lot where things can go wrong for you, and what takes pressure or what is a cakewalk. So that helps actually.
So Shubhro, as you mentioned, during your IC tenure, there were a lot of companies which were coming for the physical drive, as we were not hit by the global pandemic back then. But once the placement session started, it was all virtual and no companies could physically visit the colleges. So how do you think, like in this particular situation, was it difficult for you people to convince the companies to visit for the recruitment thing? How difficult was it for you to convince the companies?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a difficult condition because we were not used to such thing coming in our way, and the recruitment cycle of every company just got disrupted, and a lot of companies had lot of plans for them, lot of different plans reacted to pandemic differently, every sector being hit differently. So we couldn't understand which company would go to recruitment when, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult for us to take a new edition, pitch to companies, because everyone at initial point of time was we're not looking forward to recruitment right now, we'll be coming later or stuff like that. So it was definitely difficult, especially when we were pitching for new editions for our campus. So yeah.
Shubhro, can you give me some insights about the companies in which CSE branch gets eligible?
Basically, it's if I talk about companies coming down in campus, it's divided into two categories, that is the IT and core. So I'll not be talking about the core because any core coordinator would be talking better about it. But for IT, I can generally divide the company into three categories, based on the recruitment procedure or the type of company. So I could go for service-based companies, product-based companies, and companies which deal on analytics or take analysts. So to describe a little bit, we can just go on to the roles offered by service-based companies are generally senior analyst positions. For product-based companies, you have that conventional SDE roles or software roles, software engineer or ASDE, and similar software development roles. And for analytics, these are companies which deals on the consulting side of recruitment. So yes, that's pretty much about companies. They have different ways of taking people or intake. So I would say service-based companies interviews are comparatively easier than product-based companies. So that's pretty much it. And also for product-based companies, you can further divide it into well-known MNCs and then startups, because startups generally have a very killing procedure of interviews. Right. So that's pretty much about companies.
Right. So Shubhro, as you said, there are companies offering different roles to the selected candidates, right? So one thing I have known from my observation is that when I talk to juniors, they're more into C, C++, DSA, or maybe Java, learning languages basically. But ultimately what happens, there are not profiles related to software engineering or SDE profiles only. There are other profiles, as you mentioned, roles like consultant or analyst. Maybe guys should be more familiar with data analytics in the long run. So how do you think is knowing the job description or knowing the roles and responsibilities a company is offering you, how does it get important for a student or a fresher to know the roles and responsibilities of a particular company before applying into it?
I think like a student should go thoroughly on like things like furnished by the company, like what are their requirements, what are the specific set of people they are looking for, and they can like make changes in their resume according to that. Research about the company is very important. You get questions asked in the interviews for that. So knowing about the company, knowing about the job description is really very important according to me. And also like students should also be exposed to like data analytics part, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If someone is eyeing for consultant roles or analytics, so like he or she should be familiar with things like Excel, PowerPoint, and also like Tableau and Power BI, such kind of tools.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, that's a very important thing which Shubhra has mentioned right now. So you will get to know more about these things as you interact with your seniors or the ones who are placed currently in those companies. So yeah, that is the key point. Another thing which I wanted to ask you, Shubhra, was that basically the CSE students get placed almost in the beginning of the placement session. Majority of the CSE students get placed earlier, but there is a particular group of students or particular band of students who still remains unplaced after that peak time of CSE, so-called peak time of CSE. So how do you motivate those students to perform till the end until unless they receive an offer?
Firstly, I would say that I try to understand their problem, especially from their interview experiences. Try to think from a place-com perspective, like where things went wrong for them, or what is that thing that they're stuck at. See their resume sometimes, so that I can help them, so that actually I can understand what's their problem. So basically, it's just making them aware that where they're lagging, and also like counseling them that like with courage and confidence they can achieve it if they keep trying. So yeah, not losing hope is important. Sometimes it is so easy to get wear out in placement scenarios. So yeah, like that is how I generally like take a problem. But different people do have different kinds of problems, so it depends upon like what kind of problem they're facing.
Exactly. So Shubhra, having said that, you have supported and motivated your students throughout the placement session. So now I wanted to know like how the students have supported and motivated you to continue your job in such an efficient way. They must have motivated you to be a very good coordinator, right?
Yes, for sure. As you know that Saleh, like I have been elected as the internship coordinator. So first of all, obviously I would like to thank them for believing in me that I could be the flag bearer of my branch or represent like placements or NIT Agartala to the corporate at the first place.
Right.
And secondly, like I've seen placements very closely, just like you and like my peer coordinators. So it is an amazing experience to see like a plethora of emotions so closely, the euphoria of success, pain and agony for failures, and you see a lot of hopes getting converted and also breaking at the same time. So like that is an amazing experience when people like achieve what they call success. They come down to you, pouring their appreciation for your hard work, and like it feels amazing. It feels awesome to be at that position, and like that really feels worth it. So yeah, it keeps you going. It makes you feel that you have done a good job, and like it's awesome.
That sense of accomplishment you get after making someone placed, or after calling a company, and then at the end of the drive one of your classmates or one of your batchmates getting placed, and he or she may be thanking you after the drive gets over. So that sense of accomplishment is totally irreplaceable, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Many students are also like they are aspiring to be the coordinators for the next 2022 batch. As you know that 2021 session is almost over right now. So any particular
Yeah.
tips for the juniors, those who are aspiring to be coordinators for the next batch?
Um, I would generally say that teamwork and coordination could solve you any problem. So make sure you work as a team. You put your team ahead of your personal interests. That's very much important, and that will make your life easier as a place former. Like I have felt that I've made my own mistakes, and I have understood too. Like alone, like it is not that possible, and you will not be able to like achieve much. So if you go together, you're gonna achieve things that you didn't even imagine for yourself. So yeah, that's one thing. And if I add more, like beforehand, if you could be well versed about Excel, Google Sheets, Google Docs, making forms, that stuff helps because that's your day-to-day job. You need to make those, and that's your work basically. So you will eventually learn this, but then again, like if you do it beforehand, you'll have a plus point. It will be easier for you. And while pitching for companies, while like getting your own campus inducted in the list of companies, it is like important that you pitch early and also make a proper follow-up. Many of us made mistakes in that particular topic, so make sure you don't repeat the same mistake. Also, it is very important to follow companies, network with peers in other institutes. You get a lot of unofficial feed from them. So
Right.
yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, be active at LinkedIn. That's where the treasure of opportunities come from.
You're right. So Shubhro, any particular tips you want to give to our students जिनका placement session start होने वाला है from maybe from August or July for the batch of 2022?
I would say to people, just take it easy, like take a chill pill. I mean, like I can understand, like it's your life depends on it, but like if you take so much of pressure, probably you'll get weird out very soon in case you're not able to perform as per your expectations.
You're right.
So like placements are not the end of the life, and you and I, both of us know it. So like it's important that you enjoy the process, enjoy whatever you're learning, make it a sport for yourself, just the way you play cricket or football, or any of the habit you would be having. So make it interesting. The journey will look much sweeter if you do it in that way. Having said that, if you want to perform good in your interviews, you can organize mock interviews with your friends. Probably find seniors who could help you on the same. You can get your resume reviewed. You can ask people for suggestions over LinkedIn. Yeah, make sure you have a good resume, and like even so much content is really available over the internet itself. Make sure you quantify yourself over your resume. Numbers are more important than you actually think them to be.
Right.
And also, like in interviews, you can expect questions from your projects. Be thorough with your projects. Don't be bogus on your resume. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
What is the difference between being desperate for a job and be determined for a job? Because I have seen many guys being desperate and ending up fumbling in the interview or something like that. So what do you think will keep them calm and composed? Which path they should follow for being determined and not desperate, as there is a very thin line between being determined and being desperate, what I feel. So
I think someone who's very determined would be very consistent and very sincere on what he's trying to achieve. More than like having that thinking that I have to do it. You add this small blocks every day. Like consistency and habit building will make you reach there, and you'll find like so many miracles happening for yourself,
right.
which you didn't imagine in your life. That's the power of habits. And like I would suggest, like if you want to like hit your limits in one day, like maybe like go for 30 questions or like anything, maybe 5 chapters, which is far above your ability. Go for one each per day, and that makes you a habit. That makes an habit, and like you will start being consistent. And then I think that's important, and that serves too.
Exactly. So Shubro, any particular memory you want to share with us, being in this placement session for around more than 1 year, to be honest. So any particular good memory which you want to share?
Like there are a lot of memories. Nothing specifically I would like to share here, but then this journey has been a roller coaster ride. It's almost 2 years, to be honest, more than 1.5 years for sure. I've been associated with placements from September 2019, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's been so much time, and time just flies, and I just realize sitting here at my home in this pandemic that those were golden times of my life. I got to learn a lot, connect to peers, and made so many friends that I'm gonna take for life. So it has been an amazing experience, and for sure it has been the same for you too.
Right. Is there any regret of yours joining the placement cell?
Not really. I'm not even a person who likes keep regrets. So not at all. In fact, I'm blessed to be here.
Exactly. So Shubro, before wrapping it up, your journey at NIT Agartala, the entire 4 years, if you want to keep it short and simple.
I must say, I've started 4 years back, and I don't know how it finished in a while. It feels like a blink of eye right now. Back then, I used to be a shy guy, to be honest. I improved a lot from then. I'm a changed person today, and for sure, as they say, that engineering teaches you more about life than engineering itself. So to the viewers who have been watching, I would like to say this thing to you, that Saleh brings you this amazing information, curated information at your fingertips, and which is really commendable, to be honest.
My pleasure.
And having said that, you don't have the pleasure to physically interact with your peers since we are restricted at our homes for the pandemic. So make sure you don't miss this opportunity of learning from these things, whichever is coming towards you. So I would just request you, and Saleh, please allow me to do the drill for you.
Sure.
Everyone can just hit that red subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you don't miss the notifications of any video. Make sure to like, share, and comment down your queries below. And also that if you are watching till here, I beg your pardon in case I have done any mistake throughout this video, and I hope I could make some justice and add some value to your time. So that's pretty much it from my side.
It was my pleasure having you on my channel, Shubro. You were amazing throughout, I must say. And I'm sure that हमारी viewers को भी बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा after listening to you. So it was my pleasure, and thanks again for coming to Placement Buddies. We will wrap it up here then.
Yes, sure. Thank you for this opportunity, for being here. And it's a bye from my side.
Thank you Shubro again. So मिलते हैं अगले episode पे guys. Bye.
And see you around, man.